Hello everyone, welcome to Tony Talks. So let's get right into today's video. And thank you for all my subscribers. And if you are new here, thank you. And don't forget to hit on that subscribe button so that you will not miss out on our future videos. Thank you. And please, there no derogatory comments. Thank you. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
We want to talk on what is going on about the airport incidents that has happened within the past few weeks. We all remember, let me just put this video so that this one can be playing as we go on. But I'll lower the volume so it can be playing underground. So we woke up to the news that the case that we'll be screaming on, the case we are fighting, asking for equity, equal justice for. I am glad on one side. I am not happy on the other side. I am glad on the side that Comfort is not being made a scapegoat to show the world that Nigeria is working. You know, when you are a child of a nobody, anything can happen to you. I remember in those days, our parents would tell us, pé, rántí ọmọ ẹni tí ìwọ ń ṣe o. Remember the son of whom you are when you are going out there. Comfort has been released. Or not if you comfort Sile. That's I think Ogumbo, good morning, my brother. How are you, sir? The last I heard about the case was that they were going to release her. So they say she has been released. So what we are all after is equity, equal justice. Okay? And then I am glad we have used social media positively this time around to save somebody who was already brutalized, dehumanized, who was treated like a nobody, who was treated like she doesn't matter. Like we all know, if you are a traveler, you will know that sometimes there will be cases like this, but there is always a way it is always being handled. The question here is, how well trained are the staffs in Nigeria airports? Are they truly trained to handle crisis? Are the right people handling crisis? When people start misbehaving in a flight, they call on the police to come and handle it. And the people that will handle it are professionals. There is a way they do it. Okay? But we saw the way Comfort was handled. We said, no, this is wrong. It's very unfortunate that many Nigerians, the way we think, is very funny. In the sense that many are bringing that girl's personal life, personal choice to life, into this case, irrespective of how somebody decides to live their life. Their woman rights must be upheld. Now, Kwam1, and I'm glad that this girl's case came at a time that Kwam1's issue came up. Kwam1's case, by the government themselves, was termed as an act of terrorism. They themselves said it's an act of terrorism. Assault and terrorism, which one is greater? Assault, terrorism, which one is greater? Now, some people are calling for the head of the girl. Somebody was tagged a terrorist. Some people are saying they should let him go. somebody who stood in front of the plane and said nobody is going anywhere. Hijack a plane and that. And somebody, they put out a video. They showed us what they wanted us to see. I kept insisting on that. I stand on that until proven otherwise. If Ibom Air know they have treated this girl right, why are they withdrawing the case? I said that the people they are protecting on these cases, Kwam1, Ibom here, and it might get to Oshiomhole if Nigeria starts screaming. Because we all saw what Oshiomhole did. Oshiomhole is a senator. We saw what he did, how he held people hostage inside the airport. He locked the gate against them. He said nobody will go in, nobody will go out. Holding people hostage is likened to terrorism. The senator is still walking around freely. Shortly after that, Kwam1 did his own. When he was doing it, he picked up a phone. He was even boasting, do you know who I am? The next thing, Nigerian government said they gave him a ban. A 6-month ban. He came out, he apologized. And we all know, the case has gone the way we are predicting it. Yesterday, I told somebody, I was discussing with somebody, and that person said, bet it. This is what is going to happen. And I woke up this morning, exactly what we discussed is what we are hearing. What is it? They said, Kwam1, but what shocked us? We didn't discuss that. We were not even expecting that. We knew they were going to throw the case out and they were going to cover and say, okay, Comfort can go. Because if an independent investigator should investigate Ibom case, I can bet it Ibom here will go down. I stand on that. If an independent investigator should investigate that Ibom case, Ibom here will go down. Very likely their license in a working country will be taken away. Because something led to the situation whereby that air hostess stood by the door and blocking the girl. And somebody was trying to ask. The girl was trying to explain to somebody what happened. They never allowed that girl to talk because they know that is the video they wanted to put to the public to see. So they blocked the girl from talking. If that girl comes this way, the woman will block her. She comes this way, the woman will block her. They carried that lady, drag her, dehumanized her. For all of you that are supporting it, please, when it happens to your family, clap and say that is how it's supposed to be. And go and start digging pictures. So because somebody dresses the way they like, I saw the pictures of the girl that you are trying to display. Kilo wo, many of you castigating this girl that live abroad, your children are dressing worst. And it doesn't make your children Olosho, the name you are calling that girl. Nigerians, you are so quick to call people bad names. You are so quick to tag people with bad names. What is she wearing? She didn't even go naked. She wears, if what she's wearing is not okay, social media will not even let her put it. I saw what she was wearing, that you are distributing everywhere. And you instantly gave her that name, Olosho. So let's even assume, let us agree that she's Olosho. So because she's Olosho, she doesn't have rights anymore. You see why it will be very difficult for Nigeria to move forward. What that girl wears is what our children wear here when there is summer. Is what people wear here when there is summer. And we will not call them bad names. These children are doing very well in corporate field. They are doing so well. It doesn't matter because they dress that way that they are nobody. It doesn't mean so. Those children are doing very well. Some of them are managers where they are working. But when it is summer, that's how they have to dress to go out for summer. It doesn't make them bad children. We are so kind of backward that we just stereotype people and give them bad names. And because of her dressing, you think she doesn't deserve to be treated better. It's very unfortunate the way our mind has been caged by religion, culture, and the country. We are so caged that once we see somebody, the way they dress, instantly we make opinion about them and we are ready to throw them into the trash. Even when they are right, we are not ready to listen to them. And I'm so glad that many people overlook our dressing. Many people overlook what the public is saying and stood for this girl. If not for the noise we made concerning this girl will still be languishing in Kirikiri. How do you just arrest somebody, instantly throw her into Kirikiri? You didn't even detain this girl. Kirikiri straight. And yet, somebody who stood in front of a plane, hijacking a plane, holding everybody hostage, everyone inside the plane, he held them hostage, he held the plane hostage. That same person is walking around. If Kwam1's case did not happen, this girl would still be in jail by now. But because of Kwam1, Nigeria government don't come out to say the case. But all the cases, they are not doing case again. But I still have question for Nigerian government. How will Comfort be compensated for the wickedness done to Comfort? How will she be compensated? It is not about they have lifted the ban. She can now travel everywhere. No, it's not done like that in the world. The name of Comfort is outside in the public. The name of Comfort is trending all over the world, among international community and all of that. You have not redeemed her image enough. Number one, you have to come out. You are supposed to make everything that happened in that plane public for everybody to see. And I'm very sure the way this thing has gone, it is likely they have told that girl not to grant interview. Very, very likely. They will tell her the condition for letting you go is that you must not grant any interview. You grant interview, we will come and carry you again. So that means it is very likely we are not going to hear that girl's side of the story. Very likely. Sopotilo. In other words, they want to protect Kwam1. They want to protect Ibom here. The picture of this lady, some people are saying, where is the nakedness they throw outside? That after all, the girl is naked in herself already. If she decides to do that on her own, that's a cup of tea. It is nobody's business. Nobody has that right to do that. They know their staff were unruly. They know their staffs did not perform very well. They know their staffs disappointed, were embarrassments. Ibom here, they know what they did to that girl. I can bet my life on this, that before they started recording, they have dealt with that girl very well. And that was why that girl kept tapping that woman and saying, what did you do? What did you do? When that woman was saying, she's beating me. She's beating me. That girl keeps saying, what did you do? And that girl was trying to say, she was like, want to explain to the person on ground. But that woman kept blocking her. Kept blocking her. Hey, your man, you can't flag me. Tèmi Tọ́pẹ́, bá mi wà alert. Kó bá mi block ẹni tí ó bá gbádùn tó bá ṣòṣì. Please. Especially lórí YouTube. Mo wo ti Facebook, ma block wọn lórí Facebook nbí. That girl was fully dressed when she took that short video. Who removed our clothes? How did our clothes come off? Because you have turned Nigerians to mumu. And that is why, what is it called? Has come out. I'm going to read just few lines of what he said. What is it called again? This man. Festus Keyamo. He has released statements. He said, in the last 48 hours, I have been in consultation with critical stakeholders in the aviation sector and those involved in the unfortunate incidents regarding the unruly behavior of certain individuals at our airport of recent. True, though regrettable, we think valuable lessons have been learned by all sides to this incident and airport security protocol, especially have been well highlighted for the traveling public. If nothing at all, the episodes have undoubtedly helped to raise public awareness about appropriate conduct within the aviation space. Number 3, as highlighted in my previous statements on the last two incidents, clear wrongs were committed by both the offending passengers and staff of the airlines involved from all evidences available to us and those available to the public. It is clear that all the actors involved cannot continue to allow the injury or injustice done to them without acknowledging their own equal culpability. Therefore, after reviewing the entire incident, including appeals made by well-meaning individuals and remorse shown by the actors, the following decisions have been reached. A. In the case of the unruly passenger, Ms. Comfort Emmanson on the Ibom airline on Sunday, 10th of August, I have conferred with Ibom Airline to withdraw the complaint against her today when the police took her statement in presence of her lawyer. She exhibited great remorse for her conduct. B. Subsequent to the withdrawal of the complaint by the complainant, the CP of Airport Command and the police prosecutor will immediately take the remaining steps to facilitate her release from Kirikiri within this week. They say she has been released. Meaning, we have police in the airport. So what is the job of the police? Anyway, let's continue. C. I have conferred with the leadership of the airline operators of Nigeria and I have appealed to them to lift the lifetime ban imposed on her, to which they agreed. The details of the resolution will be made public by the AON subsequently. The case of Value Jets. The case of Value Jet and Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, Kwam1. In the case of Kwam1, the NCAA is to reduce its flight ban to a 1-month period. FAN will also work with the music star. Now they say they are going to reduce its ban to 1-month period. Remember, 2 weeks have gone, so that means it's getting just 2 weeks ban. He has 2 weeks is already gone out of the thing, so almost 2 weeks. So he has just 2 weeks and few days as this ban. All right, let's continue. Having publicly demonstrated penitence, the NCA is also to withdraw its criminal complaint against Kwam1 earlier lodged with the police. Remember, it was supposed to go to police today. I don't know, but the Inspector General of Police already was supposed to step into the case, so they are no more in charge of the case anymore. In the case of Captain Oluranti Ogoyi, the pilot, First Officer Ivan Oloba of ValueJet, the NCA is to restore their licenses after the same period of 1 month ban, after undergoing some mandatory professional reappraisal. The details will be announced by the NCAA. I have directed all relevant aviation agencies in collaboration with other complementary agencies outside aviation to immediately begin a retreat next week to properly retrain and prepare our aviation security personnel on how to deal with errant and disruptive passengers and how to de-escalate potentially explosive situations. The retreat will be fully covered by the press with the opportunity to ask all the relevant questions. Number 7, the airlines will also have their own session with the conduct and attitude of their staff towards members of the traveling public will be in focus. Final comment. These above decisions were taken by the government and the airline operators purely on compassionate ground, as government will never pander to base sentiments, politically motivated views, or warped legal opinions when clear encroachment of our laws are involved. We are also sending a clear message that we take safety and security in the aviation sector very seriously, and we have decided to draw a line after these clemencies. And I also heard that Kwam1 has been made ambassador of the aviation security. Ambassador of aviation security. Remember, when you are made an ambassador, they will pay you because it's a job you want to do. So in other words, they have created another job from Kwam1 for what he did. Isn't God wonderful? What God cannot do does not exist. Let us clap for our government for a job well done. The number is open. You can please call. Let me remove this so that you can see the number. I want to make it your view show. I want the public to call in and say something about the decision they have made. Kwam1 is said to be an ambassador, as it is. Ambassador of airport aviation security. And an ambassador will be earning salary. We have done so good. We have done so well. The number to call is +1 240